Among other amazing delicacies, Al's sweet grandmother made the best fried pork and bean sandwiches on hard rolls I've ever had. Every week, she would load us up with a few dozen sandwiches to give out to our homeless friends in downtown. One such night, we wandered the dark streets and alleys of the inner city and handed out these delicious treats to hungry working girls, drug addicts, and anyone else who looked like they could use a solid meal. We would often pray with these friends, thanking God for the food they were about to enjoy, asking for His forgiveness, His protection, and His mercy in their lives. One night, our homeless, alcoholic friend, Miguel, joined us and happily helped to give out these sandwiches to others on the street. He was excited and delighted to be serving with us, and so were we. We encountered quite a few hungry souls who gratefully accepted a sandwich, and within a short time, our supply was gone. We walked back to the van and got in to give Miguel a ride to his mother's with a sandwich that he had saved for her. We navigated the dimly lit streets and turned a corner. Up ahead, we saw a local street gang gathered in the street. We advanced slowly as they turned toward us. They moved to block our advance, and I rolled to a stop as they surrounded our van, which they recognized, knowing we often gave out food. They began banging on the van with their palms and demanded sandwiches, which were all gone. I cracked the window and apologized that we had no more, but I promised to get them next time. They were not happy about this and started rocking the van from side to side. Within moments, they had generated enough momentum that the wheels were coming off the ground with every push. Back and forth, up and down, it was only a matter of seconds before they would roll the van on its side, right there in the middle of the street. What had I gotten us into? Were we in gang territory? Were these guys going to hurt us? My adrenaline was pumping, and Al was wide-eyed and holding on for dear life. Miguel was urging me to just get us out of there. I had to act fast. They were all on both sides of the van with no one in front, so I gently stepped on the gas and the van jerkingly starting moving forward whenever both wheels made brief contact with the pavement at the same time. The gang members yelled and cursed us as we haltingly made our narrow escape, and I put some distance between us and them. We finally breathed a collective sigh of relief. That was a close call that I will never forget on the dark streets of the inner city of Guadalajara. The next week, we filled a bag with sandwiches and some simple gospel tracts I made up just for the gang. We found them again, gathered in the same place on the same street, and dropped it off, keeping our word. We didn't actually stop this time. It was more of a slow drive-by delivery. The young men tore open the bag and began devouring the sandwiches. In my rearview mirror, I saw them looking up and crudely expressing gratitude with gang signs, nods, and gestures as we drove away. As we did, we noticed some were even looking at the tracks. It still amazes me how something as simple as a few sandwiches can build bridges and make inroads into communities and even hearts and lives. We made some new friends that night, who with a simple token of God's love were also exposed to a glimpse of His saving truth. Thank you so much for listening to this true story from Memoirs of Mexico. If you enjoyed this story, or if it was a blessing to you, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. That would be a blessing to me. I upload a new true story every day. If you like to read, you can also order Memoirs of Mexico in paperback or ebook on Amazon.com. There's a link in the description. Thanks again for listening.